Uttar Pradesh was all gundas and all looting, and it's all adharma everywhere. And when this kind of the thing is there, and nobody else is there to run, then sannyasi can do that, because to bring the dharma back. Okay? But when it comes to the Brahmana, you give 1,000 rupees. Why? Why don't you give 5,000 to Brahman? Why don't you give 10,000 to Brahman? Do you understand what I'm telling? How they are going to have their livelihood? Yogi Raj told this Sumadur that I'm doing this Alankara to Bal Ram, and that's why I'm very confused, because any Alankara, if it is sharp, it will hurt the skin of Rama. Look at the Bhavana. Look at the Bhavana.
Welcome.
Namaste.
Vidyaji, go ahead with the introduction. Yes.
Very good morning to one and all. Let me introduce our speaker for today. She is Swamini Sadviyananda Saraswathi, a learned Sanskrit scholar, an intense Gita pracharak, and a dedicated teacher of the Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. Swamini ji, who hails from Gujarat, entered the spiritual part of her life at a very young age. She comes from a family that is deeply religious and considered sacred by many. Being a young seeker of knowledge, Swaminiji studied Vedanta in Surat, Gujarat from 1981 to 1988 under the guidance of Swami Pratikbodhanandaji, who is the disciple of none other than His Holiness Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati. She met Pujya Swamiji for the first time in 1983 in Vadodara. Swaminiji has also learned Vedanta under the guidance of Swami Viditatmanandaji of Adhyatma Vidya Mandir in Ahmedabad. For about 4 years, Swaminiji learnt in detail various Indic subjects that include Prasthatrayi Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Panini Sanskrit, primary texts of Vedanta, and Vedic chanting, all learnt in a traditional manner at the Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, Anaikatti, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. In the different towns of Gujarat like Navasari, Bardoli, Bilimora, Vyara, Valsad, Bhavnagar, etc. for the last 25 plus years, Swaminiji has been inculcating the knowledge and principles of the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads in Gujarati. She is actively involved in the education and welfare of tribal children and adults of Ahwadang, Navsari, and Dharampur. For more than a decade, Swaminiji traveled abroad extensively to give lectures and talks, as well as conducted camps for the children of several cities of USA, Canada, and New Zealand. While she taught the Vedanta and the Panini grammar for third-year students of Swami Dayananda Ashram of Rishikesh, she has also taught Yoga Darshana of Muni Patanjali in prominent yoga camps of Rishikesh. Along with attending as well as presenting several valuable papers in various important conferences, both nationally and internationally, Swaminiji, under the banner of her trust, Arsha Vidya Tirtha in Navsari, has translated and published almost 40-odd books and booklets into Gujarati. While most of her books are based on the teachings of her revered guru, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Swaminiji has also written and published a detailed book on yoga, which is based on ancient commentaries. Swaminiji translated the voluminous 2,000 plus page book of Bhagavad Gita, Gita Home Study, into 26 volumes in Gujarati for the benefit of those who preferred their mother tongue. The latest edition is now available in 9 hardbound volumes. Swaminiji has also audio recordings of her classes on Gita, Upanishad, Vedanta, Bhagavata Puranam, etc., which are available in the MP3 format for the benefit of dedicated students who are unable to attend classes in person. Swaminiji has successfully put forward a unique table calendar for the corporate world, which is based on several topics based on the principles of Bhagavad Gita and the life of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. She has designed it in such a manner that whoever uses the calendar can compare different spiritual themes with the values projected by the business world. The following are some of the central themes: value-based management, personal reorganization, yajna, the worshipful lifestyle, consumer to contributor, multiple role-playing, yoga darshana, successful living, global family and harmony, etc. So through the month, one can follow a particular theme mentioned above. Later on, the same theme is discussed as part of the corporate study classes, which are attended by senior directors and managers. So Swaminiji's achievements do not end here. Along with being the patron of Veda Samskriti Samiti, an organization that spreads awareness of Sanatana Dharma through workshops, seminars, certificate courses, etc. She is also the advisor to the CCST, that is the Certificate Courses in Sanatana Dharma, which is run by the Veda Samskriti Samiti. It's under her guidance that the syllabus of the course is planned and taught through 4 different levels. Being fluent in English, Hindi, and Gujarati, along with her deep compassion for the downtrodden and a very simple, frugal lifestyle, Swamini has totally dedicated herself in the service of the common people. Today, thank you so much for joining us, Swamini. It is indeed an honor having you amongst us. So grateful that you're here with us. Over to you, Navi.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Vidyaji, for a wonderful introduction, actually, as always. Swamini, actually, I'm handing over the mic to you. Once you have completed your presentation, let me know, and we will open up for some questions.
Om Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Om Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indra Bruhaspatihi Shanna Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ridam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Vidyam Taravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaran Loka Shankaram Shankaran Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishade Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Gnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Gananantva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspadana Shunvannoti Visida Sadanam Om Mahaganadipataye Namaha. Namaste to all. Thank you, Satyameva Jayate Clubhouse, to invite me and giving me very relevant topic nowadays. Our topic is importance of Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. So now we have 3 words, Ram, Mandir and Ayodhya. So what is the importance of Ram? What is the importance of Mandira temple? And what is the importance of Ayodhya? One by one we will see. It's very beautiful analysis. I'm not going to go into any geopolitical things. We'll go only for the scriptures, which is also as much relevant and as much useful for our lives. What is Ramaha? Whenever we heard word Ramaha, in our culture we have 3 Ramaha. Parshuramaha, who is the son of Jamadagni. Balarama, son of Vasudeva. And Ramaha Dasharatha Nandana Rama. What is the meaning of word Rama? Ram Dhatu is there. According to Panini Dhatu part, Ram Dhatu is there. What is the meaning of Ram? Pleasing, rejoicing, beautiful, charming, lovely. That is the meaning of the word Ram. Understand? And so what is Ramaha? Ramante asmin sarvaniti Rama. Where everybody is rejoicing, where everybody is delighting, where everybody is enjoying. Understand? So Ramaha means what? That Ananda which everybody is seeking in the life. What we seek is a pleased self. I want to be happy. And that is what Rama is. Understand? So Ramaha means where everybody is dwelling, where everybody is rejoicing. Not only that. Who is Rama? Ramante sarvasminiti Rama. One who is pervading everything and make everything happy is Rama. We have to understand this word Rama properly. Of course, Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharmaha, that is our culture. But the meaning also we have to understand. So there is a verse, very beautiful verse is there. Ra Shabdascha Vishwavachana. Ra Shabda means Vishwa, the world. Mascha api Ishwaraha Vachakaha. Ma Shabda is Ishwara Vachaka. Vishwa Adhineshwara Yohi Tena Ramaha Prakirti. The one who is the Lord of the entire creation. Ishwara. One who is sustaining, one who is creating, one who is sustaining, one who is dissolving this creation is Rama. Ishwara. Understand? Not only that. Okay, that is Rama. Okay, he is creating this world. How am I going to be benefited by this Rama? So next verse is telling, Ra Shabda, Ra Ucharakara Uchara Matrena Mukhan Niryati. Look at this. Ucharana Matrena. Just by saying the word Rama, the letter Rama, Ra, Niryati Patakam. All our sins are going to be destroyed. Mukhad Niryati, by just telling. When you say Ra, you open the mouth. Ra. Understand? So when you open the mouth telling Ra, all or your papa will go out. Niryati, go out of you. Okay. But there is a possibility they come back. You know? So they say, must understand. This is beautiful. Punaha pravesha shankayam. They can come back to you again. Mascha asti makaro asti kapatavat. When you say ma, you close your mouth. Ma. Ra, you open your mouth, all papas are gone. Ma, you close, papa won't enter in your body. So this is Rama. Understand? Rama means who destroys all your papa. What is papa? Understand? Papa means that don't translate sin. I always tell people, most of the Sanskrit words we don't need to translate. Sin is very different thing. Papa means something which creates the unpleasant situation in your life. That is called papa. That which you don't like, that which you don't desire, undesired situation is developed. That is called papa. And it is a karma phala. It's your own karma. Everybody has this papa and punya. So papa means undesired situation. So by telling Rama, we can get out of these undesired situations. Understand? And they won't come back to you. So Rama is one who is dwelling in everything. Char, achar, jad, whether it is inert or it is sentient, it is movable, unmovable, everything it is pervaded by Rama. We have to see. So that is called Rama. What is Mandiram? Mandyate asminiti Mandiram. Same meaning, understand this. Same meaning like Rama. Understand. Where you delight, you rejoice, you enjoy. That is Griham. Mandiram means it is a house to dwell, place. So Mandir also is word for what? For our, it's not that, I always tell people that daily you go to the temple. I always tell this in my lecture, we should go to the temple. And in India, every corner you will find one small temple. Nothing is there, small Hanuman temple will be there. But you visit the temple. Just 15 days you try and see what is the difference in your life, what is the difference in your personality. Because the mandir itself means what? That which delights you, which rejoices, which makes you happy. That is called mandir. Of course, mandir means house also is there. Mandir means temple also we say. But really speaking, the temple is meant for our happiness only. We go and have a darshan of Bhagwan. Shivji is there, we offer Abhishekam. But that is the place we have. Now, what is the importance of mandir? According to our Vedic culture, what is the importance of mandir? In Vedic culture, we have two types of the karma. In Kathopanishad and Gita also, Bhagavan said, Ishta Purta. There are two types of Ishta Purta. Every human being should perform these two types of the action called Ishta Purta. Ishta means what? Agnihotram, tapas, satyam, Veda, adhyayanam, chapalanam. Performing Agnihotra karma. The daily karmas are there. Tapaha. What is a tapaha? Tapati, you yourself, you yourself deny certain things, certain enjoyments in your life by your own will. That is called tapaha. According to the Shastra, certain things we don't do, we don't need to do. Like when we say Satyameva means you don't tell lie. You don't cheat somebody. Suram na pibet. Anything which intoxicate your mind, you should not have that. But what is tapasya? Tapasya means vihita bhoga tyaga. The enjoyments which are not against the Shastra, which are not going to incur the papa in your life. Those enjoyments you give up by your own will. That is called tapasya. Simple thing. I can talk. There is nothing wrong in talking. But if I take a vow that every Monday I will have a maunam, so that is called tapasya. Eating 2 times a day, no problem. But if I take a vow that for this Chaturmas, I will have a 1 meal a day, that is called tapasya. Eating 2 times is not a papa, understand? But by will I give up. So tapasya is a part of our life. Agnihotra daily karma, Satyam. This group itself is Satyameva Jayate. Sometimes we'll have this one. What is a Satya? Understand? There are 2 meanings of the Satya. One is our empirical meaning, telling truth. But what is telling truth? Shankaracharya gives the definition of Satya. What you hear, yad shrutam, yad drashtam, yad anubhutam. Whatever you have seen, whatever you have heard, whatever you have experienced, tadeva anya buddhi sankramanam satya. Understand? The same thing which you make to understand somebody else is called satya. That's why, look at this. One example I will give you. Nobody could defeat Dronacharya in Mahabharata. And Bhagwan understood that I have to do something. And so Bhagwan asked Bhim, to kill the elephant. He has killed that Ashwatthama. Bhima was a very simple devotee. He never argued with Bhagavan. Bhagavan said, kill, you kill it. Don't ask. That is Bhima. Understand? Now, Bhagavan told Yudhishthir, say Ashwatthama hataha. Understand? Why? Because Dronacharya was what? Putre pushte aham pushtaha, putre nashte aham nashtaha. His whole life is concentrated on that putra, Ashwatthama. So Yudhishthir said, no, I won't say Ashwatthama hata. Bhagavan said, yes, that Ashwatthama is killed. You say Ashwatthama hata. Then Yudhishthir said, no. That is, elephant is being killed, not Ashwatthama. Bhagavan, then he said, okay, you say that also you say. Now Bhima again, Bhagavan said, as soon as he said Ashwatthama hataha, you blow the conch. And that is what Bhima did. That is called Bhima, understand? No argument, no why, how, what, nothing. You know? Bhima means no why, no what, no how, understand? And as soon as Yudhishthir said Ashwatthama hataha, Narova, Kunjarova, Kunjara means elephant. But nobody heard that. Why? Because Bhima already blew the conch. But they say that Yudhishthir Rath was on the earth as soon as he said this. Why? Because in his mind was what? What he saw, what he understood was that elephant was king. But what was gone into the mind of Dronacharya was what? His son was there. Understand it? So what he has understood is not being carried by his words to the mind of the Dronacharya. And therefore it is asatya. So satya should be there. Exactly what you understand, you have to say. Then Vedanam Saiva Palanam. Daily you should have the study of the Shastra. If you don't know Sanskrit, you don't understand Upanishad, read Ramayana, read Bhagavata in your language. As just now our Ravi Shankarji was telling that Tamil Ramayana is there. You know, read Tamil Ramayana, read Ramcharitamanas. But there should be daily study of the scripture called Swadhyaya should be. Atithyam Vaishvadevascha. There is a special Vaishvadeva Homa is there. And Atithyam. Nowadays there is no Atithi. Tithi means a day. Atithi, there is no day. So without appointment, nowadays you cannot go to anybody's house, you know. So there is no more Atithi in our life. That's how the culture is. That means you help other human beings. It means whoever needed help, you give them. So Ishta, this is called Ishta. That is our lifestyle. But nowadays Purta. Vapi Kupa Tadagadi Devataya Tananicha. Vapi. Wow. You know, well, Kupa. Tadaga means a lake. So you create a source of water for the people. Drinking water. Then Devataya Tanani, temple, construction of the temple. Anna Pradascha, Anna Kshetra, you start the Anna Kshetra. Aramascha, Dharmashala, you know, you see all these places, we have all our Tirtha, we see these places for the people to stay for a day or two. So that means this is called social activity, understand? Not only Aramaha. Aramaha can be, even hospital also called be Aram. Why? Because it can make ease for the people. Even running the school also comes under this. So schools, hospitals, all these places, to create that places and make available for the people. It's called Purta. That's why this Ram Mandir, understand? Mandir means it is a part of our society. It's a social activity. And we are very proud that without a penny from the central government or the state government, we are building this. With the money of the people, we are building this temple. Understand? It's beautiful. And not only that, I'm sure all of you have heard that in 10 days, More than 5 crore rupees donation has come from these people, those who are coming there for darshan. So that means everybody is contributing for this temple. It's with the contribution of the entire creation, entire world, not only Bharat, understand. Don't use word India, I don't know. It's not our, Bharata is our wish. So entire, not only entire Bharat, entire world is contributing for this. And therefore, it is a part of the society. Mandira means it is a part of the society. It's not that I can go and I cannot go. That's why I said in the beginning, every day we should follow this. We have to visit temple. Because that's how the society runs. When this temple, Pran Pratishtha was there, in Vrindavan, there is a Radha Raman temple. One very popular temple is a Bake Bihari. There's another called Radha Raman. It's a Shaligram. So the Mahant of this Radha Raman, he very nicely he said. Somebody asked, why to build this temple? Why so much money is spent on the temple? So in one sentence, he answered very beautifully. He said, Vrindavan doesn't run the temple, temple runs Vrindavan. Understand? Because of the temple, Vrindavan is flourishing. Because of the temples, Ayodhya is flourishing. Because of the temple, entire country is running. Understand? It's not only that. Because flourishing it provides the job for the people. It provides the earning situations for the people. So temple is not just temple. It's not only religious aspects. There is economical aspects also is there. There is psychological aspects also is there. Social aspect also is there. And therefore, temple means what? It is the structure. It's an economical structure. It's a social structure. It's not only, people are just, in our mind, we have fixed that. Temple means religious. No. Look at the sentence by this Mahanta. From so many generations that these people are running this Radha Raman temple, and he's telling this. It's beautiful. Vrindavan doesn't run Radha Raman, All temples are running Vrindavan. Similarly, we have to have this economy. We don't need other economy. We need this kind of the economy where we can have the facilities. We can have opportunities for everyone. Even vendor has opportunity. When the temple is there, vendor also has opportunity. Businessman also has opportunity to build the hotel there. Understand? So it from the big business people, hotel to the vendor, everybody gets the earning. And therefore, we have to understand mandir is not only religious thing, it is a socio-economical religious place. And therefore, mandir itself means it is social activity. Purta karma. Mandir is a purta karma. In our culture, we don't take it as a religious place. We take it as a purta karma, social activity. And therefore, this is called mandiram. Ram Mandir. The third word is Ayodhya. This is a very beautiful word. In Sanskrit, the ya is the suffix is written. Gamya, to be gone. Understand? Prapya, to be achieved. Ramya, understand? To be delighted. Similarly, Yodhya. Yudh is the to fight. Yodhya means to be fought with. But this is what? Ayodhya. Ayodhya means what? That which is irresistible, that which is unassailable. Understand? That cannot be conquered. Ayodhya means what? It is the city which cannot be conquered by anyone. That's called Ayodhya. But it's called Ayodhya. Then why? Because Nagari Puri is a Strilinga, it's a feminine, that's why Ayodhya. Understand? Ayodhya Puri. That means where there is no fighting, where there is no war, and not only that, nobody can conquer that city. called Ayodhya. And if you see Ramayana, the entire Ayodhya area is 12 miles by 48 miles. That was the huge city it was. Now it is restricted, understand, 48 miles by 20 miles. The huge city was called Ayodhya. And there was no war in the Ayodhya, and it was not even conquered by it. Even Dasharatha, that's why name Dasharatha means what? Ratha means chariot. Dasha means 10 directions. 8 direction up and down called 10 directions. Dasharatha means he was such a great warrior that his chariot was going all directions and he was winning. Even all the deity devatas ask help from Dasharatha. So that means all this Surya Vamsha, they were such a great warrior, such a great king. And in that Surya Vamsha, Lord Rama was born. That is called Dasharathanandan Rama. So that is one of the avatara of Vishnu Bhakti. Main 10 avatars are there, but actually we see there are 24 avatars are there. In that, Rama is a Treta Yuga avatar. In Treta Yuga, Lord Rama was born to Dasharath and Kaushalya. So, what is the importance? Now let's go to the word importance. What is the importance of Ram Mandir in Ayodhya? Because Rama represents Dharma. Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharma. So what is Dharma? Generally, we think that if I perform puja, it is Dharma. I go to the temple, it is Dharma. I do the charity, it is Dharma. Okay, that's fine. It's Punya Karma. But real meaning of Dharma is what? In Gita, Bhagavan says, Karmani eva tava adhikara. Look at this. So, what is adhikara? Adhikara means I have a freedom over action. Karmani with reference to the action. Eva only. Tava, your adhikara, you have a rights, you have a freedom over action. Now, whenever there is a freedom, that means what? I have to choose what I want to do. The choice is mine. Vikalpa, it is called Sanskrit, choice. But to make a choice, understand, if I want to choose something, I need to have enough information to choose something. That means what? Any choice requires basic information. Without basic information, there cannot be any choice. Suppose somebody asks, Swamini ji, my son is in Chennai and he wants to go for the engineering. Which college he should apply? I don't have any information. So I cannot give any advice to that boy because I don't have any information. Now, when Bhagavan is telling Karmani evat adhikara, that means you have a choice over action. That means what? See, monkey is born to live on the tree. That means there should be certain minimum knowledge is required for monkey to live on the tree. Pujya Swamiji used to tell, minimum 3 types of the knowledge required for the monkey to live on the tree. What is the first one? First one is knowledge of the gravity. He has a knowledge that if I don't hold on to this branch properly, I fall down. So monkey also knows the gravity. Don't think Newton started this. Second thing, monkey knows if I fall down, I will get hurt. And if I get hurt and if I get killed, that's not good for my species. Understand? Similarly, to make a choice, I need to have a minimum knowledge And that minimum knowledge is called dharma. We don't have enough time, so I can't go into detail. But dharma means a minimum knowledge to choose the karma. Whenever we have a freedom, there are two possibilities are there. I can use my freedom or I can misuse my freedom. Sanskrit called sadupyog, durupyog, understand. So with the karma also the same thing. I can misuse my freedom, I can use my freedom. Using the freedom is called dharma. Misuse of the karma freedom is called adharma, understand. That means every human being has a knowledge of dharma and adharma. By birth, everybody knows because that minimum knowledge is given to everyone. But the problem is what? Whether we follow it or not. That's why Rama is here. Rama is Vigrahavan Dharma. If Dharma takes the form, that's called Lord Rama. Why? Because how we face different situations in our life, I always tell this one thing, another thing is that look at this Ramayana, Mahabharata or any text, any Purana. Birth of Rama, childhood of Rama, Rama went to Vashishta ashram, everything is in very short description. But from the time of Kaikeyi asking the boons, you see every hour details are given. All 14 years of Lord Rama is detailed everywhere. All the, what is the Rutu, what is the position of the planets, what are the birds, flowers, everything is described. Similarly, in Mahabharata, if you see, they say there are 1 lakh shlokas are there. Half of the shlokas are for 18 days of Mahabharata war. That means what? All the adversities are described in detail. Whenever it's everything is fine, gloss over. But when it is difficulties, you go in detail. Why? Because when everything is pink and purple, we all follow dharma. Understand? There is nothing wrong in following dharma. But when we are facing adversity in our life, that time also how we should follow dharma. How we don't transgress dharma. That is called Rama. In every situation, Rama was very quiet. Understand? He was facing every adversity with very quiet mind and never thought of transgressing dharma. Similarly, all these situations, Mahabharata, Ramayana, or any Purana, you see, Rama means it teaches that in adversity how we should live our life, how we should follow dharma, how we can avoid transgressing dharma. And therefore, Rama is an embodiment of dharma teaching us. And therefore, importance of Ram Mandir is because it is not only cultural, it is not only religious, it is dharma. Because there is a shloka, dharmena hinaha pashubhis samana. If there is no dharma in human life, it is equal to animal. And therefore, by having this temple, it is upholding dharma. It is teaching us that we should not transgress dharma in any situation. Of course, by transgressing, you can earn crores of rupees. By transgressing dharma, you can get a lot of name and fame. But there is an inner loss is there. Understand? Why? Because you have a knowledge of dharma and adharma, and when you are not following dharma, suppose if I say lie, suppose I am lying. I am the first person to know that I am lying. Understand? Even before lying, I know that I am going to lie. That means what? What kind of self-esteem I will have? What kind of self-confidence I will have? If somebody tells me liar, I feel insulted. But I'm going to tell myself I am a liar. Understand? If I am hurting somebody, I'm violating it. That violence also is hurting oneself. And therefore, by this temple, it's not only the temple, it's not only Balakaramaha. It is giving us the message that how we should follow Dharma. How we should learn to live the life of Dharma. Because by that only, as I said, Dharma is not something you do. I always tell this. What you don't do is important in your life. You talk, good. You eat, good. You go around, fine. But if you can stop yourself from doing all these things, becomes the punya dharma. And therefore, dharma is not doing something. Dharma is stopping yourself from doing something. That's why this freedom over action is called kartum shakya. Akartum shakya, anyatha vare kartum shakya. You do it, you don't do it, you do it differently. Understand? But here, akartum shakya is important. Akartum shakya makes you human being. I will give a simple example. If somebody stands behind the donkey, what donkey will do? He will kick. Now, tell me, does donkey has a freedom not to kick? Suppose there is a very cold night. In Bharat, you see, then all the street dogs are there. And then they will sleep somewhere in the corner. Any sound, what dog will do? It will bark. Does dog has the freedom not to bark? Human being means how much you can stop yourself. Dharma means you stop. It's a break. I always tell, Pujya Swamiji used to tell, if I have Ferrari, but if Ferrari without brake, I won't start it. Understand? Similarly, human being without this dharma is like a Ferrari without brake. Dharma is a brake. How much you do, how much you don't do, how much you eat, how much you don't eat, how much you talk, how much you don't talk. And therefore, dharma is a brake, like brake in the car. So, temple important is there because it is teaching us dharma. Importance of Ram Mandir Ayodhya is that it's teaching us that live the life of dharma. More you live the life of dharma, more relaxed you are. I'm telling you honestly. Because when you are lying, then you have to remember to whom what you told. You know, not only that, in every language we say, you know, ek jhoot 100 jhoot ko bulata hai. One lie brings 100 lies in your life, but one truth remains the truth. And therefore, this temple is telling us that follow dharma. That is human life. It's telling us how to become the human being. To become the human being is following the dharma, and therefore it's very important, not only as a religious place or political or geological, that's not. Main thing is that it is teaching us, Lord Rama is teaching us that follow dharma. And more we follow dharma, more relaxed we will be. More relaxed we will be, more happy and more contributing personality will have. Therefore, in our culture, just 2 words I will use, in our culture, we are not bhoga parayana, we are not consumer, we are a kartavya parayana, we are a contributor. How much Ram was contributing in his life, how much Krishna was contributing in his life, that contribution. That's why Pujya Swamiji used to tell, from consumer to contributor. That is the goal of human life. That is the path of human life, that how much we contribute. Not how much I gain, not how much I enjoy, but how much I make other person happy. That is the important in our life. And therefore, in Mahabharata also, Ved Vyas is telling, Shruyatam dharma sarvasva. May you listen to this dharma properly. Shrutvacha avadharayet. Having listened to this dharma, may you apply that dharma in your life. Right? Atmanaha pratikulam paresham na samaja. That which is not desirable for you, you should not do that to others. That is dharma, understand? That means you are the one who is defining the dharma, not Ved Shastra. You define what is pratikulam for you. Then don't do it for others. You don't want others to lie to you, then don't lie. You don't want others to cheat you, don't cheat. And therefore, the importance of this temple is dharma. We have to follow dharma. We have to follow not only dharma, but we have to become the contributor in this life. How Lord Rama or Lord Krishna was a contributor. They were not consumer, they were the contributor. So how much we contribute in this life? More you contribute, more you will be relaxed. More you hold on to, more tense you will be. And therefore, our culture is teaching us, our Vedic Dharma teaching us that be contributor, not the consumer. Om Tat Sat.
Yeah, Swamini ji, first and foremost, what I wanted to ask you is, why was it that Sri Ram Lalla's, this idol was chosen over the, the adult version of Bhagwan Sri Ram? What was it that?
Because it is a Janma Bhumi, no? It is a Janma Bhumi. So there in Ayodhya, like in Vrindavan, they have a Bal Krishna. Similarly, in Ayodhya, they are worshipping Bal Rama. So because it's a Janma Bhumi, and therefore we need to have a small Rama because it is a Janma Bhumi. That's why 5 years old Ram is there. And if you notice, a lot of people have not noticed this. When the Rama was there in that small temple, once Yogi was there and this everything was decided, from the tent we brought Lord Rama in small temple, and where Modi also went there. So a lot of people don't notice certain things. Let me tell you, it's not only one Ram. If you notice there, even at the feet of Lord Rama, what we have this Bal Ram Lalla, there is an original Utsav Murti, it is not one. All 4 brothers are there. Now you notice that. Now when you see again, you see there are 4 are there. In the middle, all Rama is there. Both sides are there, and behind Rama also is there. So all 4 children, all 4 brothers are there in that Utsav Murti. They are all 4 are there. They are together. You cannot separate them. And therefore, all 4 are, it's a Bal Rama, because that's a Janma Bhumi. Like Vrindavan, Bal Krishna, like Ayodhya is a Bal. That's why we don't have an adult. And that's why there is no Sita Mata, understand? Not only that, one more thing I will tell you. Though from Nepal, they brought this Shaligrama stone, in the truck they brought. But then there was a dispute, and then certain people say that Shaligrama cannot be sculpted, means you cannot break it. So that's why, because it's Shaligram. Shaligram is a Vishnu. So we cannot use chisel and hammer on that. And that's why they put that stone is still there, huge stone, but they didn't use that stone for making Lord Rama. And therefore, another stone from Karnataka was brought for this our Yogi Raj, Arun Yogi Raj. And of course, 3 of them were there, and our Arun Yogi Raj was selected. But as he said after Pran Pratishtha, that once the Pran Pratishtha is done, he said, this is not what I created. Understand? That means, that is how humble he is, understand this. He himself said that this is all by Lord Rama. The way he was directing me, I did this. 7 months they have taken. Just imagine 7 months he was away from his family, his environment, and he was in Ayodhya. So because it is Janma Bhumi, therefore we have a Balara.
Perfect, Swamiji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
The next question is Lakshmi Amma. Lakshmi ji, please go ahead.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaste, Lakshmi ji.
Aapka Sadar Pranam. My question is, when we had this Prana Pratishta of Sri Rama, there were a lot of controversies, especially for the time, Muhurtam, right? So, can you please explain what in the concept of temples, what is this Prana Pratishta and how, because there are a lot of people who says, oh, it's an installation of an idol, but it is not. It is not an installation of an idol. It is not installation of a, puja murti where you can start doing the puja. It is something more than that. So for that layman, somebody who does not understand that, can you please explain? And because when you said that, Arunji said, the murti changed because that life has been infused into it. Now that is real Lord Rama standing there. That is the way how we perceive it. So how that differentiation comes, can you please explain? Thank you.
See, if you know that the whole Pran Pratishtha started from 16th of January, right after the Makar Sankranti, Uttarayana started and they started this puja. And because Pran Pratishtha is not that simple puja. See, like this body, the prana is there, therefore this body is Chetan. When prana leaves this body becomes jada, inert. Because of the prana, it is enlivened body. Understand? So same way, in the Pran Pratishtha, they don't show all these things when they should not show. That's why they have not shown all these things. Because it is all secret things. But actually, there is they infuse the prana in that particular murti. And therefore, once the prana is there, you cannot use the word murti. It is Bhagwan. So, there are certain mantras are there. With mantras like eyes and every mantra there. For every organ of the body, there are mantras are there. Because this is called Golaka. This is a place for the eyes. But the Chakshur Indriya is a subtle. So you don't see. This is the place of that. This is the ear, but this is not really ear. This is a Golaka. From where the sense of hearing works. So this all Indriyas, Pancha Prana, then Pancha Upaprana, everything is being installed in that murti by mantra. And there are varieties of way of doing it. There is a Vedika also there, Agama also is there, Tantric also is there in our culture. Different people are using different manners of doing. Here they have done according to this Ayodhya. What is in that Ayodhya they do. So according to that. Now, once all this prana is being infused in there with these mantras, through mantra they do these things. And therefore, now it's a live body. It's not murti anymore. It is not vigraha anymore. It is a Bhagwan there. We should not use murti. Lot of Brahmanas also I tell, don't say murti. There is no more murti. One is the Pran Pratishtha. It is not murti. It is Bhagwan. Even Shivalinga also is a Bhagwan there. No more it's stone. And honestly speaking, the people, those who are working, the person I already shared that person, one Sumadhur, he is a Sanskrit teacher there in Ayodhya, who was all 7 months with the sculptures. And he was one of the luckiest person in Ayodhya Pran Pratishtha that he got the chance of Snana Abhishekam. Kalasha Abhishekam he did, Alankara also he did. And then he said that when I was doing Alankara, I could feel that it's alive. It was no more a stone. Not only that, even Yogi Raj, when he was doing these things, when it came for the Alankara, Yogi Raj told this Sumadhur that I'm doing this Alankara to Bal Ram, and that's why I'm very confused, because any Alankara, if it is sharp, it will hurt the skin of Rama. Look at the Bhavana. He said that every Alankara where I was making sure that there should not be any sharpness in that Alankara which can hurt Balaram. So therefore, it is a Vedic prakriya. Mantrocharana is there. Through mantra, we infuse prana in that. And therefore, there should not be any contradiction, because a lot of things they have not shown to us. Like this Sumadur did the Abhishekam, he did the Alankara to Lord Rama. Not shown, because it should not be publicized. It is all secret. So we have not seen. That doesn't mean nothing is done. Everything is done properly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lakshmiji. I'll go to the next questioner. Brahma, go ahead.
Namaskaram, Namaskaram, Swamini ma. Actually,
Namaskar.
I have a question. You were telling beautifully about the religious importance and the socio-economic importance of a temple. Okay, how to strike a balance? Because I'm seeing many religious places being commercially exploited. And as you said, with Sadbhavana, we can maintain a balance. And what can you throw more light on this? Thank you.
See, one thing we have to understand, wherever there is a freedom, there is going to be misuse of the freedom. And I always tell in my classes, if you cannot misuse, then it was a freedom. Understand? Your misuse only proves that there is a freedom. But, so that's why every human being has their own way of thinking. So there will be, a lot of people are telling that the Modi is commercializing the temple. He's not commercializing temple. There are people, those who are misusing these things, and that's how it is. People are misusing, you cannot blame Modi. People are misusing, you cannot blame Yogi. But that's how it is. I always tell that, look at this. I'm giving very odd example to you. Understand this properly. Whenever we go to mall, we never do bargaining. Okay, this TV is 25,000. You won't tell, oh, give me 20,000. No. But when you go to the vendor, you do the bargaining. Why? I said, never do bargaining with this vendor. Never do bargaining with the coolie on the railway station. Understand this properly. Because when you buy a TV, honestly speaking, I'm telling you, when you buy a TV, what is the cost of the TV? They are taking 250 times more money than what is the cost of the TV. But you don't question that. But when it comes to the hotel or when it comes to the religious place, then they say, oh, they are all, looting. What TV people are looting? What mall are doing? There you don't say they are looting. But when it comes to the religious place, this looting starts. This is all Western thinking is there. Don't get into it. Let it be there. Even the priest, Panda, Panda we call. If Panda is asking more money, give to them. You are not going to go get into the road, and they are not going to build the apartment. Even if you give more money to them, it doesn't matter. One more thing. In Shastra, in Mundaka Upanishad, if you see, there is a description about our Agnihotra karma. According to Vedic Shastra, the simplest karma is Agnihotra karma. But when it will be fulfilled, it says adakshina. If you don't give the dakshina, it cannot produce punya for you. So people are spending 25,000 for the photograph, 25,000 for this, what you call beauty, what you call this, what? I'm not getting the word. For the makeups and all that.
Makeup.
Okay. But when it comes to the Brahmana, you give 1,000 rupees. Why? Why don't you give 5,000 to Brahman? Why don't you give 10,000 to Brahman? Do you understand what I'm telling? How they are going to have their livelihood? For their livelihood, they need money. If I have a daughter and daughter is studying in the school, I need certain minimum money. Same way, Brahman also needs money. But when it comes to the Dakshina, no. Why? There is nothing looting is there. Understand? This is all Western people and leftists are putting this in our mind. Don't get into it. If there is no professionalization or there is no commercialization of these temples, that is how it is. Understand? That's why I said Vrindavan doesn't run the temple, temple runs Vrindavan. Understand this properly. It gives, that's why I said already to hotel, from the hotelier to the vendor, everybody is going to get the earning. Never get into this kind of thinking, because we are not even providing enough money to Brahmanas. What they are getting? All this, look at this, all the temples which are run by government, and how much salary they are giving to Brahman, 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, and they give 15,000, 20,000 to Maula. What is this? Why not they also get the 10,000 rupees per month? Then if they are not getting enough money, they will find out some other way to get the money. Provide them money. You spend so much money. Even sari, I know people are buying that 50,000 sari. But when it comes to Brahman, 500 rupees. Satyanarayana Katha, 101 rupees. Useless. I don't agree with this. I'm very forward, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. Brahma, I hope I can know that, and that her response actually satisfies you. Brahma, the questioner who was asking the question, I was asking if she is happy with your answer.
Yeah, the same answer only actually I was expecting from her. I just want to tell to everyone. That's why I asked this question. Yes, we have to give more.
Yes.
Doubt about it.
You know, I remember in village when my parents were in village and my grandparents were in village. In village, we still that Ram Mandir is there in our village. Still that same Ram Mandir is there. So there was a Brahman. So 4 days a month, he will come with the jola. So morning, my mother or whoever in the kitchen will prepare one thali. Understand? 2 Ekadashi, Amavasya and Purnima. 4 days. He will go every house. And so what is the thali? 1 katori of wheat flour, 1 katori this besan, 1 katori ghee, 1 katori tel, then 1 sabji, 1 tomato, 1 mirch, like that, whatever you require. Then rice, you know. So we were providing that to them. So they don't have to worry about their livelihood because we were providing all this. Then whenever there is a marriage or something is there, we will provide the clothes to them. So Brahman doesn't need to think their daily requirements because village is providing food, the village is providing clothes, village is providing house, and therefore they don't have to worry about the daily course of the life, and they can spend more time for Bhagwan, more time for the taking care of the temples, you know. So now that's not there. How much we are giving to Brahman? How much we are giving to the priest? We are not doing that. That's why they have to find out other way to have their earning. Okay, go on.
Thank you, Brahma. I have a question from the comments. I heard somewhere that we had Dharma Shastras. What does the word mean, and what are the basics of this term? Is the question.
Okay, Dharma.
Dharma Shastras.
Okay. See, though it is mentioned very clearly in Vedas, but to make us see how we have to follow Dharma, for that is called Dharma Shastra. So we have a Smruti Granthas based on the Vedas called Manu Smruti, Yajnavalkya Smruti, Apastamba Smrutis are there, which are telling us how to live the life of Dharma. That's called Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra means practical book of Dharma, how to lead your life. Veda is telling Satyameva, Dharmam Chara, Dharmanna Pramaditavyam, but how to do that? Not only that, but then Ved Vyasji has created 18 Puranas for that also. So how we follow, how we worship, it's called Dharma Shastra. It's a practical book of Dharma, it's called Dharma Shastra.
Okay. Vidyaji, do you have any question? Unless I will.
Yeah, this is nothing to do with the Ram Mandir, but it's to do with Bhagwan Ram, Swamini ji. We know that we know about the Yoga Vashisht. Yoga Vashisht. So, what was the reason that sage Vashishta had to, give Bhagwan Ram that kind of guidance? What was the condition of Bhagwan Ram when he had to undergo? Like, they are comparing Yoga Vashisht with Yoga Vashisht of Ramayana with Bhagavad Gita of the Mahabharata. So, what was the reason that Vashisht ji had to, teach Lord Rama? What was
it is a parampara. It is a Guru Shishya parampara to show that even though he was a Rajkumar, even though he was the avatara of Vishnu, he also went through this kind of the study. Like Lord Krishna also went to Sadnipani, Rishi, So to show that it is a parampara, even Kshatriya also has to go and study under a teacher. So, and not only that, there are a lot of aspects are there. Yoga Vasishta is a huge book, I'm telling you. But it is one which is covering every aspects of human personality, like eyes or let's say karma, or let's say my desire, how to handle desire, how to handle the karma, how to handle my indriyas, So it is a very detailed book on the lifestyle of human being. It's not for Lord Rama, it's for us only. Like in Gita also Shankaracharya says that Arjunam nimitti kritya. Arjuna was a nimitta. Through Arjun, Lord Krishna has taught us this Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya. Similarly, through Lord Rama, Yoga Vasishta is teaching us that what is the purpose of human life. Not only artha and kama is there. Nowadays, artha and kama became the important things. But dharma is important. That's why I say that this temple is there to tell us that dharma is important. See the krama, order of that. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Why not artha? Because that is what first we approach for. First for artha, then kama, and then adharma comes. But no, dharma first. That means keeping the boundary of dharma. As much you want to earn, you can earn. As much you want to enjoy, you can enjoy. But it should be within the limit of dharma. And therefore, dharma is first one. And then artha and kama is there. But ultimate goal of life, human life, is a moksha. And therefore, moksha, how to gain moksha, which is the fulfillment of human life. And that is what taught in Vasishta, Yoga Vasishta.
Thank you, Swamiji. Very clear.
Swamiji, I'm going to ask you some of the questions that came as a controversy in the social media and all. I'm addressing this because for the sake of the audience that is here, like you said, the difficult parts maybe I need to actually go into a bit detail. The first question, we have heard many saying that since actually we have built this temple on the site where the Janmastan Masjid was there. I'm not using the other word. I use the word Janmastan Masjid. It was there, and Rama will not be happy in this place. He will not be happy with this act. How do we respond to such a comment?
See, there are two ways of answering. One is that if the person is just for the sake of arguing, if somebody is arguing, or somebody who is always having contradictions and all that, we should not answer those people. We should have upeksha of those people. We have to neglect those people. Second thing is that because certain things are already there, which is already proven there, like Krishna Janmabhoomi also now they are going to prove it, So already we have enough evidence of the archaeological evidence already are there. Not only that, even in Muslim people, that's already, they already say that this is the place of Janma and that is where we are going to build the mosque. So they only proved it that this is the place of Janma. We don't need to prove. They already told that this was the place of Janma and that's why we are building this. That means if we archaeological survey we say, or our Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana we say, or other historical evidence we say, that is the place where it is. All kinds of the precautions are taken before that decided where they are going to build the temple or where they are going to have a Garbhagruha. It's very detailed way they have done these things. So whatever people are talking, let them talk. कुत्ता भुकता है भुकतने दो, हाथी चलत अपनी चाल.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Okay, so I do have a question in that case. Again, coming back to the Ramayana, Swaminiji, there are many people who, they try to find fault with Bhagwan Ram because of the Agni Pariksha that Sita Ma had to go through. So when somebody insults Bhagwan Ram saying something like that, what should be our response to those sort of people? I mean, what should we tell them about the Agni Pariksha of Sita Ma?
If they are ready to understand what we say, then we should answer. Otherwise, we have to neglect. That's how I handle the questions. Okay. See, one thing we have to remember, that it's not that it's Agni Pariksha in reality. Already before this Kanchana Muruga, Sita was given to Agni. Rama told Agni that you keep Sita with you, and then Sita Chaya, shadow of Sita, was with Rama. So what Ravana took with him was not a real Sita actually. And because now through Agni Pariksha, Agni gave Sita back to Lord Rama. That is the thing.
Thank you.
Even this, even this exiling of this Sita Mata, because this Dobi said that this is injustice, But people don't take the whole story. If you understand the entire story, then you understand what it is. Actually, Rama didn't say that Sita, you go. Sita told Ram that I need to go. I need to give up this place. It's not that Rama asked Sita to go. Sita said, you are Raja, then you are a husband. And as Raja, I don't want you to be belittle yourself. And therefore, I leave the place. So you tell Lakshman to leave me in the forest. That's reality.
Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Swaminiji, because that is another point of, discussion and argument where they say that, how could, Bhagwan Ram, abandon Sita Ma, and that too she was on stage.
That's not.
That's not. Thank you. Yeah.
Sita said that you are first king, then you are my husband. So I'm leaving. And then not only that, because Sita was in forest, Rama lived life of tapasvi again. In the palace, he was sleeping on the floor. He was eating very simple food. He was eating fruits. He was not living a luxurious life anymore after Sita left. So as a husband, he said, as a husband, as my wife lives, I live. As a king, I will run the country. But my personal life will be like a husband of Sita.
How beautiful. This is one place where Bhagwan Ram has been totally misunderstood, especially by the many of the present generation girls. So we need a very clear response to them. So it's a beautiful answer. Thank you, Swamiji.
Welcome. That's why I say daily we have to study, means you study, then you know. Bhagavad also, now it is professionalized by this Kathakar. Otherwise, whole Bhagavad is nothing but Vedanta. Nothing but Vedanta. So it is Avdhuta Grantha. It is not meant for the human being. It is meant for the Avdhuta. It's Avdhuta Grantha, Bhagavata. Look at this Bhagavad. Every king, when the child, the son is trained and son is qualified to be the king, everyone left the kingdom and became tapasvi. So that is what the message, that once children are adult running the place, you leave the place. All king, they left, That's how it is.
True. Swamiji, this is another question. And this I'm asking this question not for the sake of people who are asking it, but those who are listening, because this is somewhat designed to create confusion among Hindus and divide them in their opinions and all. That is why I'm asking. And this question was particularly pointed at Gyanvapi, not Ayodhya. Very interesting, actually, point of view or a counter argument that I heard. But since it applies to Ayodhya also, I am asking this question to you. Somebody has commented that Hindus have a lot of temples in the country, maybe lakhs of them, 100,000, 200,000 temples at least there in the country. Why you need to take back this particular land for building the temple? Aren't you satisfied with all the other temples that you have? Or don't you have enough land to build a temple anymore? Why are you taking this particular place to build the temple? Why? That's a question.
See, it's a question of right and wrong. Understand this. It is a question of avatar. Because it is a Krishna Janma Sthan, it has to be Krishna Janma Sthan. It is Ram Janma Bhumi, it has to be Ram Janma Bhumi. So it is a question of rights. Like Yudhishthira, and it's exactly like Kaurav and Pandav. Pandava said, okay, we are happy with 5 houses, we are happy with 5 nagar, Then Yudhishthira said, okay, if he wants to, then okay, we'll live our life. Then Krishna said, no, we have to fight. It's your rights. The day 13 years are over, Yudhishthira was the king. According to the words of Duryodhana, the day this 13 years are over, the king is Yudhishthira. So Bhagavan told Yudhishthira that you are king, and as a king, you should fight and get the kingdom. It's not that you desire to be the king, but you are king, and as a king, you have to get your kingdom because you are the king. So it's a right. It's a rights of Hindu Dharma that we should get this bhumi because that is where Lord Rama was born. All evidences are there. This is the place where Kashi Vishwanath was there, and we should get it. And not getting is the adharma, understand? Getting is a dharma, not getting is adharma. Like Yudhishthira won't fight for this kingdom, then it is adharma for Yudhishthira. And therefore, it is our rights to get it, and we should get it. And yesterday, they already started puja in Gyanvapi, They cleaned everything, they got the Ganga Jal and they cleaned everything, and they started Gauri Shankar puja there. Because that is how it is. Why we should not get? Question is not why we should get, not why we should not get it. Understand? Other way around.
Definitely. So, I mean, it has to be made, these questions are made or designed to create confusion among people. That is why I have to ask this. Vidyaji?
Same thing on the Pran Pratishtha also, that she was asking Shanta or who was asking, See, Ganeshwar, Dravid Ganeshwar is the greatest scholar in Kashi. And he has given the Murut for Bhumi Puja. He has given the Murut for Pran Pratishtha, So we cannot question these people. Their knowledge, how can you question those knowledge of these people? How can you question? You don't have anything to ask, or you don't even know what they know. And that's why if Ganeshwar Dravid has given Murata, that's it, enough. That's right. And without that, here, not only that, whole day was Amrut Siddhi Yoga. The 22nd January, sometime, Amrut Siddhi Yoga will be for certain hours. But that day, whole day was Amrut Siddhi Yoga. And therefore, they selected 22nd because whole day Amrut Siddhi Yoga was there. So everything according to the Shastra is done.
Correct. Vidyaji.
Yeah. Again, this is a very controversial question, Swaminiji. From you, I'm definitely, you will be able to clear it once and for all. There's been a movie going on the OTT platform where they have mentioned in that they have given an example of Bhagwan Ram and Sri Lakshman consuming deer meat during their Vanavas time. So is there any truth in it? I mean, we need to counter people who go around spreading such lies.
No. See, they were living life of tapasvi. When they are living the life of tapasvi, There is no way they can kill animals, because tapasvi don't kill animals. Because they were told to live the life of tapasvi, that means there cannot be any kind of the indulgence during their 14 years. Not only that, they were not even wearing the shoes, understand? Because tapasvi means what? They were living life of tapasvi. And there is a rule, why Kaikai asked that they should live the life of tapasvi. There is a reason about it. See, there is a reason that, then not only that, why 14 years, not 12 years, for 15 years, 14 years. Why 14 years? Because there is a rule according to Raja Dharma that if 12 years king is not in the kingdom, he is no more the king of that kingdom. Not only that, then there is an extra 1 year to find out the king. And therefore she calculated exactly 14 years. So if 14 years Rama is outside Ayodhya, he is no more qualified to be the king. Do you understand? And so then not only that, then she asked that you live the life of tapasvi. That means he cannot create a army, because as a tapasvi he cannot create the army. Otherwise, he going outside Ayodhya, he can create his own army and get back to Ayodhya. Therefore, she has become tapasvi. That means Rama cannot have army to fight back. Do you understand?
Yes.
So everything is very calculated. 14 years, then life of tapasvi. All Kaikai was a great scholar. She was the one who was, was a charioteer for Dashrath. She was a very great scholar, and that's why she calculated everything, and then she put this boon for Ram. Calculated boon,
But Bharata was not, he was not very happy with what his mother did.
Yes,
So
because Ram should be king, and that's why he was not happy. When his unhappiness was clear, and he also lived the life of tapasvi, because he said, "My Rama is tapasvi, I'm going to be tapasvi." See, that is what we have to learn.
Yes.
Giving up is the happiness. I always tell, there is happiness not in grabbing. You ask your hand to keep this in your hand. How many hours you can keep? Your hand also is telling you that giving up is happiness. Understand?
Very true.
You sleep, you give up everything. That means giving up is only happiness. Tyaga. And the tyag is Ramayana.
Swamini, this would be the last question. This is actually a general question, which I also hear from people. Now we have Yogi Adityanath as the UP Chief Minister. And people have said, or people have actually criticized, saying that he is a sannyasi and he shouldn't be in politics, governing people or governance in general. And he should be actually, looking at his dharma and all those things, and actually, be confined to that, not to govern people, not to be in the political scenario. What would be your counter to that?
First thing is that it's not that sannyasi cannot run. Understand? When there is a need of the time, then he can do that. And it is a need. We not living in Uttar Pradesh, we have no idea of what is the condition of Uttar Pradesh. What was condition in Uttar Pradesh? Openly, I can't talk everything. But it was like Bihar also now, common people are just suffering like anything. Uttar Pradesh was all gundas and all looting, and it's all adharma everywhere. And when this kind of the thing is there and nobody else is there to run, then sannyasi can do that, because to bring the dharma back, to bring the harmony in the society back, if it is required, sannyasi can do that. There is nothing wrong in that, because he is bringing back the harmony. He is bringing back the normal life for the people. You ask the people, the ladies would not have gone out without any man with her after sunset. That was the condition in Uttar Pradesh. Now everybody is free. So if it is required, it's called the call of the time. If it is required, then he can rule. There is nothing wrong. That's how the society was. If you live in Uttar Pradesh, then you know what it was. It's a call of the time.
So specifically, there is no sannyasa diksha that prevents him from doing so, isn't it?
That's why I said, if it is required, then otherwise no politics. Sannyasi means no politics, but if it is required, then he can have. That's why when he was very young, when even Vajpayee time, he was there in Lok Sabha. But that time also, his guru asked him to fight for that, because his guru saw those days, Vajpayee time, his guru saw that now it's a time for the sannyas, it's time for the Sant Mahatma to run this place, Uttar Pradesh, and that's why he asked him to run the election. His guru asked him to run the election, not he decided. Because his guru saw that now nobody can handle this situation, he has to do that. And that's why he, with the order of guru, he's doing this. It's not personal, any personal motive is there behind Yogi Adityanath.
A wonderful answer.
How did you find the experience, Swaminiji, of speaking on this platform? I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'm enjoying. That's what our life is, Sannyasi's life is what? Sharing knowledge. And we enjoy that. And now when there is such a good listeners are there, then we enjoy more. Those who are grasping
one question before we wrap up the program. One last question. This is a personal question. Swaminiji, what made you take this path of life? What pushed you to the path of spirituality?
Logic.
That's honest.
It's a logic, not like I was like a Mirabai, like religious person. I was not. I heard Chinmayanand in 1980. That time, first time I heard Gita, 13th chapter. And 13th chapter about Brahman, Gneya Brahman, the contradictions are there. Sarvendriya Gunabhasam, Sarvendriya Vivarjitam, Durastam Antikecha. So contradictory words are used to explain what is Brahman. And Chinmayanandji very logically he explained these things, and then that is the time I got question in my mind, because that was like time 75-80 was the time when Stephen Hawking theoretically proved there is a black hole. We used to get the Science Today magazine. The Today group has one science magazine called Science Today. So my father subscribed for that one, and we were reading all these things. And so I thought, look at this. These people are logically thinking and talking about this black hole, But our Gita also thinking logically, giving that exactly. That's what I'm telling. Whole Veda is not faith, it is logic. And the logic which is given by our Shastra cannot be negated by anybody. I'm telling you honestly, logic is the thing, but it is not only logic. It is a pramanam. Shastram te pramanam. In 16th chapter, last verse, Lord Krishna said, Shastra is a pramana. What is pramana? Sometime we'll take that topic also, but pramana means logically you say, see, when I say this is orange, it is orange for everyone. You understand? You see orange, I see orange. So this pramana, this chakshu, the eyes are the means of knowledge to know the color. You are hearing me, so the ears are the means of knowledge to hear what I'm telling you. Similarly, the Shastra is a pramanam. That means whatever Shastra is telling is logical and it is very much useful for human life. And therefore, because I saw this logic, which took me to this study, that now I have to study this because this is how it is. I'm science student, I'm microbiology student. So always thinking logically, And then I said, nobody can touch this logic. Nobody can negate this logic. Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma. Look at this one sentence. So much logical. Satyam means what? Satyam means that which doesn't have any non-existence. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. Nobody can, dispute this sentence. Nobody can say, I am not. Can you say, I am not? Can you experience absence of yourself? No. Even in the sleep, you are there. Because you are there, therefore you are experiencing the experience of the sleep, That means Shastra says you are the one who is never going to experience the absence of yourself. That is called Sat. And your consciousness. How can you define, how can you negate, oh, I am not consciousness? No. Telling that I am not consciousness proves that you are consciousness. So it's all logic. Sat is logic, Chit is logic, Anand is logic, Praman is logic, Shastra is logic. Understand? But through Guru only we can understand. That's why Bhagavan also said, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You go to the Guru. Even Mundaka Upanishad, Saguru meva bigachat shrotriyam brahmanishtam. You have to go to Guru because Pramana has to be handled by Guru to understand what Shastra says. And therefore, Guru and Shastras are required. Then you can understand who are you, what is your position in this world, and what this world is. And therefore, through this logic only I got into it.
Beautiful explanation, Swamiji. Very, very inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Swamini ji, it's been a pleasure to have you with us at a very enlightening session. And you have been very straightforward, very blunt at times maybe, but it has to be. And some things has to be said in the way that it was said. And we hope actually we could have more sessions with you in the future.
Sure. I'm also very happy to share my knowledge with all of you. And I'm very thankful to give me the opportunity to share my knowledge with all of you. And we'll see next time. As I say, Satyameva Jayate also can be the topic. We'll do the concluding prarthana.
Yeah, please, please go ahead.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om